Motorhead Garage, the program that each week introduces you to and shows you how to install the latest and exciting and innovative products for your vehicle. Motorhead Garage is presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Now here's your host, Dave Dobson.
Welcome to Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, a special edition from the 2021 SEMA show in Las Vegas. We decided to get together with 160,000 of our closest friends to examine all the automotive aftermarket world has to offer. To say the show is enormous is an understatement, so we've recruited our friend Joe Costello to check out some of the highlights from here in the convention center.
This is the Mazda RT24P. It runs in the WeatherTech Sports Car Series. It's an LMP2 car, and it is born out of a partnership between Mazda and Multimatic. Originally started out as a Lola. It has been ever evolving, and in 2019, it finally got its first win at Watkins Glen, kicking off a 3-race win streak called the Mazda Summer. Ultimately, after the 2020 pandemic, it won the 12 Hours of Sebring, making it a sports car immortal.
When it comes to off-roading, Warn has been the name in winches forever and ever. But here at the booth, I found out you guys are so much more than winches, Brad, and you can demonstrate that here on this Bronco. What do you guys have on this amazing vehicle?
Yeah, beautiful Bronco build here. Obviously, it's the year of the Bronco at SEMA. This one's featuring our Warn Elite bumpers, front and rear. Obviously, winch bumper in the front, but increased ground clearance, a whole lot more off-road protection, increased clearance for your bigger tires, and it's a great looking, powder coat finish that's going to stand up to a, 408-hour salt spray test.
And we also talked earlier, this is engineered to make sure this isn't twisting and bending your frame too, which is really important. But I do want to get to the centerpiece of this, the classic Warn winch. The Classic has evolved. How has the Warn winch changed?
So yeah, we've got a VR Evo winch in here, which is the new standard in entry-level winches. This one does come with a wireless remote, or you can even run a optional Bluetooth receiver on these winches and run your winch with your phone.
And again, not just the winches. I see wheels with the Warn name on them. Those have been around since 2019 for the Jeep, and also some great-looking rock sliders on the side of the vehicle with some steps on them. How can I remove those steps when I'm getting ready to go off-road?
Yeah, just 2 bolts on the steps. Take them off there. That way you've got the full, full slider, good off-road protection, but you're not going to get hung up on them at all.
If you're going to go off-roading, don't just go prepared. Go with Warn at warn.com.
As long as I've been coming to the SEMA show, I don't recall seeing a current Formula One car like the Red Bull 16B, fresh off a victory at Circuit of the Americas. Max Verstappen fighting Lewis Hamilton for the 2021 championship. The car is amazing, designed by Adrian Newey. In the age of computer design, he still uses paper and a pencil. You can see up front the suspension designed for those slow speed corners, and clearly it's working. They've had a great run this year. It's so cool to see this car here. They're coming to Miami in 2022, Formula One at SEMA.
If you're working on any automotive project like this 1956 Volkswagen bus, you are going to need Dynabrade tools. You're going to be grinding, you're going to be sanding, or maybe you need the soft touch here of an eraser wheel. Tell me, Matt, what are you doing on the side of this bus here as your project for SEMA?
So what we have is, a lot of times with these older vehicles, you sometimes see them with a bunch of stickers all over, and you want to get those stickers off, and sometimes the old way was to actually take them off razor blade heat gun. Well, we came up with a tool that actually could take it off so much faster and not affect the finish below. So what I have is a Dynabrade Nitro Zip, and what this tool will do is remove the sticker without marring the surface.
Let's take a look and see how that works. Simple as that, and you've also got a more aggressive eraser wheel as well. But for projects like this, what other tools does Dynabrade offer?
We also offer sanders, buffers, grinders, based on the material that you're working on and or the substrate that you need to actually get that wet finish you're working with. In this case, we have a nice primer surface that we want to get ready for paint. So in that case, we would use a random orbital sander, or what we call in the industry a DA sander, a dual action sander.
What makes Dynabrade's DA different from some of the others out there?
I'm glad you asked. It's the most powerful sander on the marketplace. It's a palm sander that actually gets the finish. We include the backup pad, which we manufacture, and the sandpaper to obtain that finish you're looking for.
Everything you need for the perfect finish. That perfect finish begins and ends with Dynabrade. Check them out at Dynabrade.com. So much more to show you here from the SEMA show. Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, will return from Las Vegas, so keep it locked in right here.
Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by RockAuto.com. All the parts your car will ever need. Hexis Americas, manufacturer of adhesive films. Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. Oil Undercoating, the official oil-based rust prevention system. And by After Dark Speed, specialty performance car parts and designs.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings at the SEMA show in Las Vegas. Now, everyone knows that Jay Leno is car crazy. And this year, he took center stage along with Keith Urban at the annual New Products Breakfast. What a great way to kick off the 2021 show. Steele Rubber Products is a fixture here at SEMA, and they're not just a fixture in the industry when it comes to rubber seals, they are the industry standard. Danny, you're famous for making seals for specific vehicles, but you have a universal line now. Who's using the universal seals?
So lots of people have really found use out of our seals, whether you're working on a street rod, some sort of custom build. You need to find something that maybe doesn't exist. You can use our peel and stick line, or we have dense rubber for glass, just anything that you need, but in an application that's, you know, generic enough to use.
And you've made an improvement on an already great design. Show me what you've done this year.
Sure, so our peel and stick line is very popular. We use the 3M adhesive tape on the back. It works really well. But one small feature that we've added to our extrusions are little rubber skirts on the side, and it's simple, but whenever you've got a nice show car, you don't want to put a piece of weather stripping on there. The peel and stick stuff is nice to use, but you don't want to see the tape on the side. So this hides that tape, gives it a flush mount look, and also protects the adhesive whenever it's on the vehicle.
For folks that may not be familiar with steel rubber, how long is a seal like this going to last when you put it on the vehicle?
So it should last a very long time. We use EPDM rubber, and it's very resistant to UV and ozone, and that's the worst stuff for rubber.
These guys are the best in the business. You can check them out at steelrubber.com.
This is exactly what the SEMA show is all about, and the reason we're all here. Let's say you just got a Ferrari F8, but a stock Ferrari is not for you. You need to pop a little bit more. Well, they make carbon kits. This carbon kit, nose to tail, just makes the car pop. Totally unique. It's an awesome, awesome thing. But not just that. Wheels, tires, every attention to detail, part or piece that can make your ride something special just for you. Specialty Equipment Manufacturer Association. It's SEMA, baby.
If you own a shop, you know just how valuable real estate around your shop can be, but there is a solution. It's Mobile Environmental Solutions. Tom, how can you help folks maximize their space?
The best part about it, Dave, is you turn around and when you're not painting, you roll it up and put it away. Or if you turn around and say you don't have any room to paint inside, but you have an opportunity to paint outdoors, you just take it and roll it outside, set it up, takes less than 10-15 minutes, you have a fully functional paint booth.
How does a Mobile Environmental Solutions paint booth compare to a permanent paint booth?
Well, the easiest thing is you can turn around, you can fold it and put it up. A permanent paint booth, once it's set up, it's done. If you're not painting it, you're not making any money. And that's where the maximizing real estate comes into play. This booth has the same characteristics that you'd see from a permanent style paint booth. It's a cross-flow positive pressure booth. That this one, that's the 23 by 15 right behind us, actually has 42 air exchanges per hour.
The 23 by 15 is your most popular model. How have you improved it this year?
So what we did is we went to some of our customers' feedback and we added another row of rafters and we added another set of windows. So it allowed us to even offer more visibility, allow more light from the outside in to give the painter a better working environment.
If you want a clean room, if you need a place to paint, Mobile Environmental Solutions is the only place to go. Check them out at mobileenvironmentalsolutions.com. Well, you know, if there's a Formula One car on the premises, I'm going to find it. Here's a great looking one. It's a 2016 Renault. It's in the Hexis booth now. Clement, tell me what involvement Hexis has in Formula One.
It's now 3 years. We are a technical partner from Renault first and now Alpine. And it's like a passion. We like to be on the innovation. We like to be on the racing. And Formula One for us, it's like Hexis is, like competitor.
Verana oversees Hexis in the Americas, and now Verana, of course, we have a Formula One car, but what if I'm just the average guy who wants to change the color of my vehicle?
Yeah, choose a Skin Tack Films, over 250 colors to choose from.
And we're not just talking colors too, you can help me with my windows.
Sky Tint, that's our automotive window film.
And if you have a color you love, but you want to protect it, Hexis can help me out too.
With Body Fence paint protection film.
And taking it to the extreme over there, I see a printed wrap on that Ferrari. Tell me about that.
We have our cast printable, choose your design, customize it any way you want, and wrap it.
Clement, what from Hexis is on this Renault Formula One car?
Yeah, at this time, all the brand and signage on the car are Hexis products. You have also digital printing on the back of the car. At this time, the blue is paint, but there is some part on the real racing car running this year with also our blue vinyl you can see on my back.
The best in the world trust Hexis, and you can too for your vehicle. Check them out at Hexis.com. 2.5 million square feet of exhibit space, so you bet we've only scratched the surface here. Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings from the SEMA show, continues right after this. Automotive eye candy for miles and miles here at the annual SEMA show, and we are loving it here on Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Over 1,300 companies have their wares on display here, trying to lure some 70,000 buyers from all around the world. It's clear that the automotive aftermarket industry is hitting on all cylinders, but it's facing some potential obstacles in the road ahead.
Well, one of the big concerns here at SEMA and with PRI is regulatory overreach by the government that could really limit this industry. We're seeing it with the EPA as they ramp up enforcement of the Clean Air Act, so that's why SEMA for the last 5-6 years has really pushed for the RPM Act, which is a clarification of the Clean Air Act, and that will help us protect the modification of street cars to race cars. So this is an opportunity for the individual to get involved and help with this fight. You can go to saveourracecars.com. We make it very simple. Put in your name and your zip code. We have a pre-populated email. We'll pull up your representatives. You hit send, and you are now communicating with your congresspeople and your senators. And do that. Get the RPM Act on their to-do list. Send another note a week later. If they haven't responded, ask them why. Ask them how important the RPM Act is. Tell them why racing is so important to them. SaveOurRaceCars.com. Let's get it done.
The SEMA show highlights all kinds of different fads and car crazes, but the donks are here to stay. There are donks, and there are boxes, and there are bubbles, and we got a great example of a classic donk. In fact, this is the Blue Magic. It claims to be the fastest donk on the planet. It's got a turbocharged LS. It's convertible, little nitrous. Exactly what you need to go fast with these giant, what are those, like 26-inch rims? Unbelievable. It's a thing. Donks, baby.
This is an immaculate 1972 Corvette LT1. In fact, it's only one of 27 ever built. It is amazing. Everything on this car is original. Oh, except for one thing. And this looks just like the original stereo, but it holds a secret. What's the secret, Ryan?
That secret is our newest model, USA 740. The thing about custom Autosound radios is they're built to look like an original radio when you're sitting in the car. But the surprise is, this unit is a high-powered, modern unit. You're looking at 300 watts, Bluetooth, auxiliary inputs front and rear, USB, you name it, whatever device you have, you can run it through this, and you can run it with nice, clean, clear sound.
Popular with original builds because it keeps that original look. And I know a lot of folks do resto mods or hot rods, want to put new chassis underneath, new suspension and all that stuff. So they're finding out they don't want to settle for the same old sound either.
That's right, absolutely, yeah. You're going to spend all this money building out this beautiful car. Everybody that owns a beautiful car has a soundtrack in their head. They have a song that they want to listen to while they're cruising their car. And we provide that opportunity for you to keep that dash original. The original touch points, original feel of the car, but all that modern sound and all your favorite tunes. And the great thing about it, it's not just a good-looking radio, it's a high-quality radio. We go through an extensive testing process. Every single radio that leaves our building is quality controlled twice. In addition to that, in our 40-year history, we've developed a lot of proprietary technology within our builds of our radios.
Incredible technology packed into this unit that looks just like the original. You can get one at CustomAutosoundMFG.com.
The Auburn Boat Tail Speedster, the ultimate hot rod, 1930s. This one was built in 1968, called it the Phantom, and I absolutely love it. John D'Agostino, known for these cars, and the metal flake is spectacular, but all the detail, the looks, obviously the exhaust pipes coming out through the side of the fender, maybe not exactly functional now with a 327 with 3.2s under the hood, but just the look, the sexiness of a car like this, it pops years later after it was built here at the SEMA show.
For 75 years, Hunter Engineering has been at the pinnacle of innovation and technology when it comes to automotive equipment. We've seen their automated tire mounting and balancing equipment. You guys are really all about alignment equipment here, John. The business is evolving, so how is Hunter Engineering evolving with it?
Wheel alignment has been a key aspect of Hunter technology for a long time. But with today's vehicles, the new systems that are on today's vehicles called advanced driver assist systems, part of the alignment of that car is maybe calibrating some of the systems on that vehicle. So we have developed some really cool new technologies in a cooperation with Bosch, where we have the capability in an alignment bay to take care of the alignment needs and any of the ADAS calibrations that are associated with that when you service the vehicle.
In this day and age, people want to stay home to get a lot of the services they used to have to go out for. You brought a mobile service van with you here. It's unique. Never seen anything like it. How do you get all of Hunter Engineering's equipment in that van?
Our van has a hot swappable system where I can actually pull a tire changer and balancer out in 5 or 6 minutes and maybe convert that van into doing another type of service like oil changes or AC service. So it's a really unique design to be able to service the customer's needs at their home.
After 75 years, Hunter Engineering is still at the leading edge of technology, American technology at that. You can find them at hunter.com. You know, you can find anything you need in the automotive world here at SEMA, whether you're talking complete builds, car parts, or tools to get the job done, it is here. And when it comes to tools, nothing is more useful than the Magic Creeper. You're gonna find it is the most valuable tool in your toolbox. Yes, it is a creeper. You can get under your vehicle, but it's way better than a traditional creeper. Zero ground clearance on this thing. No big casters to take you up close to the vehicle. You get under the car with plenty of room to spare, and you're able to move around and maneuver better than a traditional creeper. When you're out there, maybe in the gravel, working in the yard, shade tree mechanic out there, a regular creeper is not going to be able to move around and maneuver like this thing. The Magic Creeper glides over gravel, tree roots, even glides over tools if you leave one laying around. Also, the Magic Creeper is really handy if you have problems beside the road. Keep it in your car. It only weighs 3 pounds. You can roll it up, keep it in the trunk, and when you get a flat tire, you whip out the Magic Creeper, kneel down, change that tire, keep your clothes clean and dry. It'll also save your knees. The Magic Creeper is only available in one place, magiccreeper.com. We'll return with more Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings from the 2021 SEMA show. When we come back, do not miss it.
Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. The last coat cleans, shines, and protects. JB Tech Racing, accept no compromise. Roadrunner Performance, high-performance hose and fittings. And by Dorman Products, driving new solutions.
Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is proud to be your ticket to the 2021 SEMA show and the annual National Hot Rod Association Breakfast. This year's NHRA Shindig included some of the rising stars who will carry the drag racing torch into the future.
To be able to be in this position, I'm so excited because I just have so many ideas, and especially with Justin and Antron and all the new up-and-coming drivers, I think we're able to push NHRA into a level that it's never been in before.
SEMA is the thing that puts all those puzzle pieces together, just plain and simple for the automotive industry. You got the OEMs to all the aftermarket performance, and you're bringing it all in one place.
The Mystery Machine is here at SEMA. I grew up with this car. Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, Fred, Velma, Daphne, they're all solving mysteries. But the mystery is, what powers this bad boy? Check out this machine. They've gone over the top, the International Radical Rod Build-Off crew, and they have made the Mystery Machine and Scooby-Doo come to life. Inside, it's got a Power Stroke diesel, solving mysteries, having fun. What were they really doing in here anyway? Zoinks!
If you have a hot rod or an original muscle car, you know the steering can get kind of sketchy on those old cars. But if you're looking for an upgrade, Flaming River can help us. Brett, tell me how.
These are our bolt-in rack and pinion systems, and what this design does is bolt in the original chassis, is a mounting cradle that uses the original steering box and other armholes, and we supply our brand new rack and pinion, manufactured in Cleveland, Ohio, made in the USA, obviously, and this integrates into the car and, you know, makes the steering a lot more responsive, makes the car handle a lot better. The kits come complete, So you're getting the rack, the mounting cradle, the U-joints, the shafting, all the nuts and bolts, and we also include a steering column in that kit as well. We can do custom columns, we can do powder-coated columns, polished stainless steering columns, or you can paint the column yourself.
Flaming River has a whole lot of experience, 30 years in fact, and a lot of awards won at SEMA through the years. You can go to flamingriver.com and see how they can help your steering. Painters and fabricators, listen up. How many times have you struggled with a ruler or a tape measure trying to get around a curve and keep your lines consistent? Well, there is a new way. It's called the Trueler. Jack, tell me how the Trueler works.
Truelers basically stand for tape plus rulers. We invented the product, so instead of laying down some masking tape or something and marking things up, you've got a direct thing to just drill right through. Put it down on even a curved surface and drill through the product, peel it off, you've got everything done just for you. That's our basic one. We can also come up with the magnetic versions for people that need it for that, and as well as stainless steel versions too.
You're around a lot of the professionals. What kind of feedback do you get from them when they're using the Truelers?
It's excellent. For a small amount of money, they actually save time and improve accuracy.
And let me tell you, if you're an amateur, this is also going to save you a lot of heartache because you won't make as many mistakes. They're revolutionary, they're Truelers, and you can get them at Truelers.com. Well, we're out of time for this week, but that doesn't mean we're done with the annual SEMA show. Join us next time when Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, continues to explore the world's greatest automotive trade show. From our entire crew, we'll see you next week. So long.